Namaste. I'm Medha Nair, Principal of Podar School, Wardha. I'm here today to take you for a virtual tour of a school. This tour is meant for the CBSE extension of affiliation for the secondary level. As of now, where I'm standing is a road that is connecting to our school premise. This area is still developing area. Locality is still yet to come. I'll take you through the school now. Here are our grade 10 toppers of the year 22-23 batch. We got 100% result this year. The topper scored 94.8% and the lowest score was 64%. This is the main entry of the school. This entry is guarded by 2 security guards. The restriction to the parents as well as visitors is that they cannot get their own vehicle inside. It's only the school vehicles and the principal car that comes in. Now from here you have 2 ways. To my left hand side we have a parking as well as a playground for the students where we have badminton and volleyball court marked. Since this is Saturday evening, the buses are parked on the ground. To my right hand side we have a beautiful lush green garden as well as a court for the football. Now let me take you to the left hand side, that is to the parking area as well as to the playground area. Now we have got total 7 buses. All of these are our own buses. The 7th one just got added. Now I'll take you to the bus. Our buses are well managed. Each bus has 1 driver and 2 lady. One is attendant, the other one is the conductor. Each bus has a GPS tracker. Each bus has a GPS tracker. The credentials of this is shared with the parents so they can track their child. Now these are well trained. They know how to handle the emergency situations, what is bad touch, good touch, and the students are aware of evacuation, especially in emergencies, how to get off. We conduct 4 fire drills every year. Now inside the bus, each Didi carries the attendance register where she marks the attendance of a child. Inside the bus, we have the students' details of a particular route, the first aid box, emergency contact details, the water can and the fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers and the camera, CCTV camera. Now as I said that the children are trained 4 times in a year on how to evacuate the bus as well as how to evacuate if the fire cracks. So we conduct the bus evacuation and the fire drills 4 times in a year. Moving on, you can see the marking for the volleyball court and the badminton court. This side of the building you can see the hose pipe and well connected network in case of the fire hydrants. So fire safety is well in place. Now we are back on the entrance gate. As I mentioned that the visitor that comes in, it's been recorded. His entry has been recorded every time. So here are the details. the various visitor books that have been maintained by the security person, visitors register, incoming and outgoing of the staff, as well as if any child is leaving early from the school, the gate pass is prepared and is submitted at the security gate. We also have a bus route chart here. And the connection for the fire hydrant. Now moving on to the right hand side, the lush green garden as well as the football court. The other side, green huts that you see, these are the pits which have been dug by the students. They are preparing the compost as of now. The other side of the wall is the place where children are coming up with their kitchen garden. So they have planted tomatoes, brinjal, cabbage, coriander, spinach, etc. and the chilies, of course. You can see the school is very well located as well as placed with the 4 boundary walls. The boundary walls are 6 feet tall. The entire campus is well protected. We are walking through the lawn now. We also have 50-meter track here as we are walking. The other side of the football ground, you have you have the net cricket. You can see the net. We also have separate provision for the drivers and didis to be seated. The generator room is well protected. This area is generally used during the assemblies in the morning. We also have a flag post where we hoist the flag. The security cabin, another security cabin, and the gate which is not been used. This side again we have beautiful landscape. And now we are at the other side from where we are going to take entry to the academic block. To the left hand side of mine, we have got a basketball court. Now here we have 2 ways to enter the school premise, either by the stairs or by the ramp. So all the doors are generally locked when they are not needed or when they are not used. This is a ramp, well supported ramp that takes you to the school building. Now thus we enter the school building, where to my left hand side I've got couple of classes. Most of the academic blocks are onto my right hand side. So we will move to the left hand side first. As move on to the left hand side, we have got 2 classes for grade 1. Grade 1 Ruby and grade 1 Emerald. All the classes are well ventilated, well furnished. The required desks, chairs, every class has got a system, visualizer and the projector. A lot of digital tools are used by the teachers. The students usually keep their books here so that the weight of their bag is been reduced. This was one emerald moving to one ruby. You'll find a similar structure. The projector, computer, visualizer in every class is a common feature. Next to this class is the washroom for the boys, the lower grades or lower class boys. We also have a drinking water. This is RO water, and every RO water tanker you'll find the sticker Save Water. This is boys washroom. In the boys washroom you have the running water, as well as a panic alarm. This alarm and whenever the child is in stress, presses this alarm and the teachers or Didi who is near to this particular washroom comes for a help. We also have a feedback form kept in the washrooms, and children are supposed to be writing in this as their feedback. Now we are again back at the reception area. Every day morning we have proper assembly. In this reception area we also have the principal's room, principal's cabin, and the conference room. Well maintained rooms, all the necessary arrangements. A CCTV access is given to the principal. Next to principal room is the conference room where short meetings take place. In the reception area, opposite to principal room is the room which is empty and used as activity room. It's a room that is more than 500 square feet. We also have Boxo box here. The children are free to drop in the chits whenever they want. In this area we also have the complaint box. Again, if the children feel like writing something to be brought to our notice, they are free to do that. We have a brain box. Out of box thinking, we need to promote that. This is a board that we actually update every morning before assembly. A door behind this whiteboard is the space which is actually meant for the lift. As the school is a growing school, and we have the ground plus 3 structure ready, plan sanctioned, so we have the arrangement for the lift. The other side, the last room on this reception area is a small pantry where tea can be made, and this is a place where teachers usually sit for having their food after the dispersal of the students. Of course, till the students are in, they need to be with their students. Now, to the right hand side, that is from the reception right hand side, we are moving to the building where actually academic blocks are available. The first room is the accountant room. Next room that we have is the admin room. We also have the primary staff room. Now, from the admin room, when you move in, we have the access to the accountant room. This room is generally blocked and the access is given only if it is needed. Now in this room, we have the Xerox machine, photocopier. We also have backup for the admin unit, that is my room, accounts room and the admin room. We also have the exam department cupboard here. So all the papers, whenever they are Xeroxed, they are being kept here. So this room serves the purpose of strong room as well as the accountant room, where the entry is restricted. Now, next we are moving to the library. All the corridors are beautifully covered with the charts, mostly prepared by the students. Library. Inside the library, we have got 2,589 books, mix of encyclopedia, dictionary, fiction books, non-fiction books, Marathi books, Hindi books, that is the local language. System in the library. The magazines, the resource books for the teachers, students, and the newspapers. Now, the next room that we are going is the mathematics lab, the maths lab. In maths lab, we have got power math kit. We have number of kit meant for various activities, right from clock, the clock, the tangrams, the numbers, 1 to 100 numbers. We have got Pythagoras theorem, the abacus. There are two types of abacus, the mini as well as the abacus that is needed for the higher grades. The fraction, circle, the abacus for the senior grades, thousands place and the hundreds place. The multiplication kit, the coin currency that the children needed, and everything that you need to teach mathematics to the students to perform the activities in the mathematics. Now in this corridor, as we move on out from the math lab, this is our board related to math lab. Whenever the children they do their activity, it's been placed here. This board serves as a board for the circular and important notification for the students. This board shows the volunteer program. Basically, we believe that children need to give it back to the society. They should get connected. So we conduct a lot of environment awareness activities. So photographs, the glimpses of that you can see here. In volunteer program, the children also go to the community and help the orphanage students. We also have our young author. There are 40 students who have recently written books with the help of pre-book during the summer, and they have come up with beautiful storybook of theirs. So we have authors now in the school. This is our computer lab where 23 systems are placed, and this is a 3D printer. The children work on the system, on the program, and once they give the command, the 3D printout comes out from here. This is a filament. This filament melts and beautiful creation is created by the students. We have Podar inter-school competitions held every year. Last year our children of grade 8 got the first place in 3D printing. The next section that we are moving, or the room that we are moving, is a sick room. In this sick room, we attend we give first aid to the students. We have bare minimum required stethoscope, BP meter, entire first aid kit, various registers. That is, if the children are visiting the medical room, the record of that. Height and weight is measured every term. Also the stock register. We have a nurse, a trained nurse, who trains the didis on first aid. This side we also have the emergency contacts. As we come out of medical room, next what we have is the girls' washroom. This washroom is meant for the primary girls. Well-maintained washroom with the running water. Again, a feedback form which has been filled by the girls. This side we have drinking water. The wastewater that comes out from this RO plant is being utilized by the didis for cleaning purpose. Now as we move on, these are the boards updated with the latest activity that the children completed. Take it up. This is class 2 Ruby. A projector system which is common in every class. Now I'm at the center of this particular wing. Front I've got activity rooms, and to my right hand side I've got again classrooms for class 2 and class 3. We'll move on to the activity room. I'm moving straight. The first room that I have to my right hand side is the indoor sports room, where we have yoga. We can conduct the chess. All indoor activities are conducted here. We have a trained teacher. The left hand side is the innovation lab. Now this is a place of creation, imagination. There are 16 laptops here with the bots on which the children work. They work on their programs, and the bots start working. The bots, they work on the programs that are being done by the students. So this is Innovation Lab, Robotics, grade 8, goes with Python. The next activity room. Is the dance activity. Now this is our dance room, having proper mirror and other all necessary. The output, sound output. This side, on the left hand side, I've got the sports room, the indoor sports room, as well as this is a store for the sports equipment. All necessary equipments are placed here. We also have the table tennis. Now, this is a small room which is used by the students, those who have opted for either Hindi or Marathi combination in grade 10. This side we have the girls' washroom. Now this girls' washroom has again a panic alarm, the feedback form, and it has a vending machine. Running water. Now we are moving on. We are moving towards the block, which we will be moving to class 2 and 3 now. I've come back from the activity block, moving to the towards the academic block. I've got class 2 Emerald, the projector system, the third arrow on this floor, on the ground floor. This is another boys' washroom. In the boys' washroom as well, again you'll find the panic alarm, the files for the feedback, and the running water. This is, as per new CBSE circular, we have created CWSN toilet. This is for boys. The handles that are needed and the running water in the wash basin. We also have a panic alarm here. This is a washroom for the boys. The next washroom is for the girls. CWSN girls. Similar structure. The hand panic alarm and the wash basin inside. Now next is a class 3 Ruby. Next is the last class on this particular floor, 3 Emerald. The projector system, required furniture. On this ground floor, extreme end, we have got this composite lab, the science lab, with all the necessary equipments that are required for conducting the activities or the experiments till grade 10. Biology, chemistry, and the physics. Ohm's law, glasses and prism, lenses, specimens as well as models. So this was our science lab and the last room on this floor. We have 4 washrooms, 2 for boys, 2 for girls, 2 CWSN, 1 for boy, 1 for girl, and 3 RO units on this floor. When we move out from the science lab, the stair that goes down, it has a storeroom to the left hand side, and the outside when you move out has got the incineration. This particular gate is always kept in lock and key. Now we will be moving on to the first floor. As we are moving on to the first floor, I would like to give a demo. For CWSN students, we've got this chair, and how does this chair work? As I mentioned, here is a demo for CWSN children. If they need to move up, how will they move? The alternative to ramp, the chair takes the student up, as well as can bring the student down. Now from here we are moving to the first floor of the building. On the first floor we have got music room, art room, and the counselor room, and remaining are the academic blocks for grade 4 to grade 10. As you move on, the moment you reach on the staircase, from the staircase on the first floor to the right hand side is a music room. It's a spacious music room having all the required equipments: the bugle, flute, small Casio, tabla, harmonium, the drums required for the band. As you move out of music room, you can see a beautiful scenery. Absolutely less pollution, rather no pollution. School building surrounded with a lot of greenery. Next classroom is a 4th Ruby class. Till grade 4 we have got 2 divisions, and from grade 5 we have got 1 division of each class. 4th Emerald. Next to 4th Emerald is the washroom, CWSN girls washroom. Washroom having panic alarm, the wash basin, the next washroom is the washroom for the boys, CWSN. Again washroom with a panic alarm and the wash basin inside. This is a washroom for the boys. Again you have panic alarm and the hose pipe, well network of fire hydrant, drinking water. This is again RO water. Class 5 Ruby with the projector, computer system and visualizer. Now on this first floor, this is the center point. Front I have got couple of classrooms, 2 big halls and the counselor room. So we'll move straight and then from there we'll come back and move to the left. I'm going straight. I've got 2 halls here, hall 1 and hall 2, which have been used by the students for whenever they have different activities, they assemble here. We again have the girls' washroom. With the panic alarm, name of HK staff who takes care of a particular washroom and the wash basin. This is again a common board used by the staff to communicate with the students. Each floor you'll find the escape route plan in case of emergencies, have to move out. The similar chart is available at 2 different places on the ground floor and 2 different places in the first floor. This is a counselor room. A wellness teacher and the special educator usually sits here. A system as well as the necessary teaching material is available here. The students' individual education plan have been created by the counselor based on the need that they have. This side we have class 7 Ruby and the other deadline, the dead end of this wing, we have got class 8 Ruby. Now we are back from this wing and we are at the the midpoint of this first floor. You find the second map to escape on the first floor placed. 2 maps on first floor and 2 maps on the ground floor are placed. I'm moving to the left hand side from here. We have 6 Ruby. The girls' washroom and the drinking water, RO water. The girls' washroom. The feedback form is usually kept here and the wash basins along with the panic alarm. RO water, staff room for the secondary staff, the next room is the art room. This is the artwork done by the students, it's their creation. Well equipped art room. The display is the work done by the students. Grade 4, grade 1. Now, the next 2 rooms are the classrooms for grade 9 and grade 10, the senior-most classes. Now, this side is a provision or the upcoming construction as the school is growing, the classes are growing. So there is a provision made on the first floor as well. As of now, on this first floor, we have got 2 girls' washroom, 1 boys' washroom, 1 CWSN for boys, 1 CWSN for girls, the music room, counselor room and the art room on the first floor. Now we will be moving to the terrace. Now we are moving to the first floor, but before going to the first floor, I would like you all to see the entire building, the corridors, all non-classrooms are covered with CCTV. It's well connected. The playground, boundary walls, the entry and exit of the buses, everything has been monitored via CCTV, and the access of this is in principal's room. We are moving on to the first floor now. Now, as we are moving on to the second floor, this particular gate prevents the entry of the students. This is always kept in lock and the movement is restricted to the students. We are moving on to the roof as of now. We are at the top of the building, the roof. This side you can see the wing where we have the academic blocks, the tanks, three tanks can be seen here, the entry gate which has always been guarded by the guard. We can see the clean and neat. Actually there is nothing. It's all green. Yet to come, the society or the colonies yet to get populated. Now we are on the other side of this terrace where you can see the basketball court, the other gate, DG and the football ground. Where I'm standing right now is the center of this entire terrace where you can see the 3 water tanks and small RO tank. The RO purifier is placed below the shade that we have created. Now this side is a place, actually I'm standing on the block where we have washrooms below, and this side, these washrooms, the back side of the washrooms, we have got the STP tank. So STP tank is well protected between the walls. Now we are moving down to the ground floor. Now we have come down on the ground floor. To the right hand side is a small gate which is used as an exit gate. And you can see the main gate from where the children enter in the morning, and this is how they exit in the evening. With this, we complete the school tour. Thank you.